In all my years of watching NFL games, this is one of the craziest endings I've ever seen to an NFL game, especially in overtime. But, the Raiders, they made the playoffs for the first time again since 2016, because in 2016, the Raiders, they had a pretty great season. They went 12-4, I believe. But unfortunately, Derek Carr got injured and he couldn't play in the playoffs. But now Derek Carr has a chance to play in the playoffs here as he led the Raiders to a playoff, berth because the Raiders, I think, they clinched a playoff spot, and the Steelers have qualified for the playoffs. So pretty crazy day for NFL football. But here's the thing about this game, the one person that I feel sorry for this game is Justin Herbert, because Justin Herbert was doing everything he can to help the Chargers win games, especially this entire season, considering how bad the Chargers defense has played all season long. They lost games that they should have against teams that they should have won against, if it wasn't for the Chargers' piss poor defense, because tonight I've just witnessed one of the worst defensive collapses that the Chargers have ever pulled off, because this is a team that the Chargers have beat earlier this season, 28-14. But today, the Chargers defense, I don't know what happened to their defense, but their defense just absolutely laid an egg tonight against the Raiders, especially in OT. I mean, I don't get how the hell you let the Raiders drive down in overtime and you can't even get one simple stop. Like, that just goes to show you just how really incompetent football the Chargers have been playing. But what was more incompetent tonight is why the heck would why would Brandon Staley call a timeout knowing that the game is about to end? And it looked like that the Raiders were willing to let the game time, because if both the Chargers and the Raiders had tied it today, then, the Chargers and the Raiders, they both would have qualified for the playoffs. But for some stupid reason, the Chargers coach decided to call a timeout just to give the Raiders a chance at kicking a field goal. So I don't know what the heck that was about, but that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in possibly all NFL season long. I mean, no other way to say it. Like, that was just absolutely dumb and ridiculous. And I feel like tonight that, the Chargers, this was just a waste of a season for Justin Herbert. That's all I have to say. Just a waste of a season, just Justin Herbert doing everything he can, but just a really wasted season for him, considering the fact that his defense just continuously let him down. And it sucks that, we're not going to be able to see Justin Herbert in the playoffs, because, I thought the Chargers were going to win this game tonight, because, if the Chargers won this game, then the Patriots, I think, would have been playing the Cincinnati Bengals. But it looks like now we are playing the divisional rival, the Buffalo Bills, again in the playoffs. So it just goes to show that tonight, the Chargers, man, I'm sorry, but the Chargers defense could not have been more garbage. Like, the Chargers defense was just complete trash the entire freaking game against a team that literally gave up, 90 points against the Kansas City Chiefs in 2 games. Like, no excuses for the Chargers losing to the Raiders tonight, because especially a team that the Chargers have owned for, the first half of this decade. Derek Carr, what can I say, though? He had a great game tonight. He played his heart out, especially for a Raiders team that's been through a lot this season, losing John Gruden because of that whole email scandal, and then they lost Henry Ruggs because of that whole DUI. So, you can say that Derek Carr, he's definitely a leader in my opinion. Derek Carr, hey, the guy's earned my respect. You got to give Derek Carr all the credit in the world. He balled out today, man. He just was absolutely incredible for the Raiders. What can I say? Derek Carr, he's the main reason why the Raiders are in the playoffs, is because he just when there was a time that the Raiders needed somebody to help, light a torch in dark times, to basically lead the ship, to help somebody be the captain of the ship, it would have to be Derek Carr, because tonight, Derek Carr, hands down, he played his heart out. I mean, literally, the throws he made were incredible. But Justin Herbert, though, he deserves MVP. Like, if there's any one quarterback this season that deserves MVP, it's Justin Herbert. The guy had an incredible season, but all his talents today and all the hard work he put into this season, I feel like was wasted, mainly because of the Chargers' trash, paper-thin defense that just can't stop jack. Like, that's what it feels like, Justin Herbert's talent this season, it feels like that all the hard work he put into this season into helping the Chargers, actually be a relevant team for once, just went out the window because the Chargers defense can't stop a damn thing, or because their coach made the most dumbest decision possible by calling a timeout with 2 seconds left, knowing that the Chargers season was online. So it's like, what the hell was that? I have no idea what the hell that was about, but sure enough, that was, in my opinion, the dumbest thing I've seen all season, is the Chargers coach calling a timeout with 2 seconds left in OT, as it looked like they were about to tie the Raiders. Like, no excuses for tonight's loss. I mean, the Chargers defense, absolutely poor. And Brandon Staley just made the dumbest thing, the dumbest decision I've ever seen all season long. So that's that. But hey, Derek Carr, he's proven tonight that he's the captain of the ship for the Raiders. That's right. The autumn wind is a pirate, and his name is Derek Carr, the true captain of the ship today. Hey, Derek Carr was the captain of the ship for the Raiders today. So wow, what a crazy performance, Derek Carr making the playoffs, and this time Derek Carr finally has a chance to play for the playoffs because let's be honest, back in 2016, because if Derek Carr hadn't gotten hurt that year, then I think he would have definitely made it with the Raiders, at least to the AFC Championship game. And it's going to be interesting. The Patriots are going to play the Raiders again for the first time since 2001, since that tuck rule game, obviously, because I can imagine that the Patriots play the Raiders in the playoffs here, then it's probably going to be talked about all week long. But wow, crazy ending to the game tonight between the Chargers and the Raiders, but no excuses, man. Brandon Staley, he needs to be fired, okay? I feel like that if Brandon Staley is still the coach, he needs to be fired because that was just the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like no other way to say it. He just cost the Chargers a chance and Justin Herbert a chance at making the playoffs, especially for a quarterback that's just poured his heart out this season. Like, come on, dude. You can't be this freaking serious. But yeah, like I said before, man, Raiders, they got the last laugh off the Chargers, and the autumn wind is a pirate, or the autumn wind is a Raider, however you pronounce that saying, I don't know. But hey, Derek Carr, he's the captain of the ship. Captain Carr, he led the Raiders to the playoffs. So, yeah, that's all I got to say. Props to Derek Carr. I'm going to give him my respect in this video. He deserves it. He's been through a lot of crap, a lot of criticism. But today, Captain Carr has proven that he is a true captain of the pirate ship for the Raiders.